go out and check out the new holes. And, before we get started, though, I'll tell you a little bit about the Blue Top Ridge. The course originally opened in 2007, complementing our beautiful golf course. We have a full-service golf clubhouse, pro shop, and Riverside Performance Studio that opened in 2008, late summer 2008. 2009, we were honored by Golf Digest, named as the #3 course in its list of America's best new public courses. Recently, we were also honored to be named as one of America's top 100 club fitters by Golf Digest this year. So this season, Blue Top Ridge will be hosting 3 significant tournament events. We'll have a 36-hole qualifying event for the U.S. Amateur Championship. The Iowa Golf Association Club Team Championship will be held here, and also we'll be hosting a National PGA Junior Tournament. Unfortunately, as you know, in 2008 with the historical flooding, we had some setbacks here at the golf course. We lost holes 5, 6, 7, and 8 were severely damaged by high flooding down there on the river. And so with the aid of Reese Jones, we redesigned the course and built 4 new holes up on the highland north of us here at High and Dry. And we think the golf course is actually a stronger golf course because of these new holes. We're slightly shorter than the 7,500 yards from the original course. However, we do have a higher slope and a higher rating than the original course, so I think you'll find it very challenging out there today. I'd like to take a few moments also to introduce some of our Riverside staff here that are celebrating the event with us. We have Ken Bonnet, our CFO, standing in the back there. Joe Massa. Joe Massa, Chief Operating Officer, not only of Riverside, but also of our new resort, the Grand Falls, up in Lyon County, Iowa. Carlin Olendick, our Chief Information and Compliance Officer for both our properties. Dan Franz, General Manager, Riverside. Bobby Keel, I've already introduced him. He's the Executive Director of Golf. Brian Hawes, our Director of Golf Operations. And one of the few master Titleist golf club fitters in the country, one of, I believe, half a dozen. Also, we have Mike Nelson, our golf course superintendent. And Mike and his crew have been working very hard to get the course in the shape that it's in. We're always amazed by the great work that those guys do and how beautiful they keep our facility. We have many other personnel here as well, too many to mention, that have worked very hard on making this day a success. So I'd like to thank all of you for your hard work and dedication. I'm also very delighted to have some local community guests and celebrities here with us to celebrate the grand reopening. Bruce Kemp, former player and former manager of the Chicago Cubs. And talking to Bruce this morning said, I was the manager of the Cubs. It was only for half a season, and I'm only one of the few people that can put that on my resume. So I'm not sure. I wish I could have something like that on my resume as well. So congratulations, Bruce. Ed Podolak, former professional football player with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's also a commentator for the University of Iowa Hawkeye football team. And he commentates with another one of our guests, Mr. Gary Dolphin, the voice of the Hawkeyes and a fellow Dubuquer. Gary, are you out here somewhere?
Pro shop.
Oh, he's in the pro shop. Bryce Swanson is the Vice President and Senior Designer for Reese Jones Corporation. Bryce is a fellow Iowan. He went to Iowa State University, and Bryce was the guy that did most of the design work under Reese's direction and built us this beautiful course. So, Bryce, thanks for coming out. We have Troy Christensen, Executive Director of the Iowa section of the PGA. We're very fortunate under some help with Luke King to to have become the home course for the Iowa PGA, Iowa section of PGA. They house their corporate offices here, and Troy and his staff work here, and we're very excited to be the home course for the PGA. So it's been a great partnership, and thank you for all the stuff you've done. We got Bob Brooks here. Brooksy, local radio personality, 10-time winner of the Iowa Sportscaster of the Year, and it's still good to come down here. He was down here yesterday doing the filming for Brooks on Sports, and we certainly enjoy having that partnership with Brooks. And so thanks for coming out, Bob. And finally, we have Luke King, the former PGA president, and he's also the current chairman of the Give Foundation. The Give Foundation it started out under Lou's one of Lou's ideas, and he brought three partners together. He brought the Iowa City VA Medical Center. He brought Blue Top Ridge and Riverside Casino, and then he brought the Iowa PGA to the table. And under Lou's direction, the three of us have worked together to create the Golf for Injured Veterans Everywhere program. And that program's been in existence for 5 years now. We've raised over $500,000 to help teach the veterans and their families the game of golf. And it's been a very good program. We're very excited to be a part of that. So I hope you all took the time to read the impressive bios of our distinguished celebrity guests that are joining us today. First we have Mr. J.C. Sneed. J.C. has 8 wins on the PGA Tour, 4 wins on the Champions Tour, plus 2 other wins. He was a member of 3 Ryder Cup teams, has, my favorite stat, has 16 hole-in-one. He's one of only 7 tour players to play in over 1,000 tour events. He's made the cut at 915 out of 1,040 tour events. Amazing 88% of the events that he's played in. So thank you, JC, for being here, and they'll be playing the new holes here shortly and giving a little commentation as we go along. We also have Bobby Clampett. Bobby is best known for his commentary on CBS Sports and TNT. He has 33 top finishes on the PGA Tour. He's made the cut in 232 PGA Tour events. He was a 2-time College Player of the Year, 3-time first-team All-American while at BYU. He's also won 12 collegiate tournaments in 3 years at BYU, and he was ranked the #1 amateur in 1978, and is the author of the golf book, The Impact Zone. Bobby, thanks for coming. Nate Cady is here with us today as well. Nate is a native of Iowa City, and while place-taking at the University of Iowa in 2002, he won the prestigious Lou Groza Award. He's a 2-time Pro Bowl starter, a member of the 2009 AP NFL All-Pro team. He's been playing professional football since 2004 for the San Diego Chargers, and he's one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history. Now, something about Nate. I realize you're a Charger, and your fight song references something like thunderbolts and lightning will light up the sky. But honestly, with a 5-iron in your hand, we think we maybe change that fight song today to Go Hawks. So, Nate, thank you for being here, and we're glad you could make it out. We also have with us today Dr. Tom Davis. Dr. Davis has been a head basketball coach at Lafayette, Boston College, Stanford, Iowa, and Drake from 1971 to 2007. He has a coaching record of 598 wins, 355 losses. Very impressive record. As while at the University of Iowa from 1986 to 1999, his record was 270 wins, 139 losses. He's also had an NCAA tournament record of 36 wins, 22 losses, 13-9 while he was at Iowa, by the way. He's been named head coach of the year in both the Big East Conference and the Big Ten Conference. 2008, he was inducted to the University of Iowa Hall of Fame. Dr. Davis, it's an honor to have you with us today. And finally, but definitely not the least of our guests, we have Reese Jones. Reese Jones is named the Open Doctor. Reese has done work on numerous major championship courses, including 7 U.S. Open courses, 6 PGA Championship courses, 4 Ryder Cup courses, 2 Walker Cup courses, 1 President's Cup, and of course the Blue Top Ridge. He's legendary in the golf design business, designing over 100 courses worldwide. He's received the Old Tom Morris Award in 2004 from the GSC AA. Not quite sure what that stands for, Brian, but you maybe help
Golf
me.
Course Superintendents Association.
Okay, it's the Golf Course Superintendents Association. So, anyway, it's a great pleasure to have Reese here. Reese is a great gentleman. We've had a lot of fun getting to know each other over the years, and we're excited to say Reese will be doing our new course at our new facility. So, Reese, I'd like to turn the microphone over to you and let you say a few words.
Well, we got a mulligan on this golf course. The El Nino changed all the weather patterns. We hadn't had storms like we had in the last couple of years for 100 years. So we had to abandon 4 of our holes and build 4 new holes. And I'm glad that Bobby and Dan were able to buy some more property. It's a fabulous piece of property. It's high and dry, and it's going to add to the golf experience. I think this golf course will be even more renowned now that it's all on the upland. Dan forgot to mention one guy, and that's Tony Baxter. I don't know where you are, Tony, but he's the one that is in charge of all the construction. He's the one that handles the contracts, and everything here was really under his responsibility, and he's going to be in charge of the Grand Falls project too. So I just want to cite Tony too, because he did a great deal of hard work. I'm very happy that this golf course, before the floods, received such acclaim, and I think it's going to receive even more acclaim. I'm glad that J.C. Sneed is here. He and I played golf together. My father, Robert Trent Jones, and his uncle Sam were business partner in landed in Florida. They never did build their golf course, so maybe we'll see what maybe they were up to back then. J.C. Bobby Clampett, who's a great commentator on TV, and went back when he was in his amateur days. Back when the clubs were easy to manipulate the ball with, he was able to turn the ball more than any player, I think, in the history of the game, back when the drivers were wood and the irons were really much differently designed. So I think Bobby's a great ambassador of the game, so I'm glad that he's here too. I think you'll see our new hole, number 1 is the same hole as before, then 2, 3, 4, 5, and half of 6 are all brand new holes. And I hope that Bobby and JC don't make them look too easy. One is a really drivable par 4. The 5th hole is a long par 4 downhill. The new 2nd hole is uphill, and you really have to flirt with a couple of bunkers. All open entrances. But I think the greatness of this golf course is in the flow of the land, the various lengths of the holes, the routing, and then the green contours. These green contours are very challenging. It's very important to put the ball in the right section of the green when you play it. This could be a wonderful championship golf course, and it could be just a wonderful golf course for high handicappers to play. So I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to reopen Blue Top Ridge. It's been a wonderful partnership with Keels, and I hope we have a good time today. Thanks.
Thank you, Reese. Like I said before, it's been a great experience working with you. You're good. I'm going to introduce Brian Hawes.
Questions and answers
Brian's going to give you a few details about the event today, and from there we'll go out and do a little tour.
Before we head out, if we have any questions or anything that you'd like to ask of Mr. Jones or any of our celebrities that are here today, we'd love to have some questions for them before we head out. And then when we head out, we're gonna, for those of you that need some help and need a golf cart, we have some carts here for you. Otherwise, I think we'll all enjoy walking with them as they play the new holes. And we're gonna make our way out to hole number 2. and then follow them for those remaining holes, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then make our way back here to the clock garden. So any questions for Mr. Jones or? Very good. Well, let's head on out to the holes. Let's have some fun. Enjoy watching our players play our brand new holes.